Now, the British champion at super middleweight is Liverpool's Paul Smith, and on December 11th at the Echo Arena in his hometown, he defends his title against 2008 Olympic gold medal winner and Harlesden hero James DeGale. It's a throwback fight and one that has divided the boxing fans and experts, and the so-called experts. It's a genuine fight. DeGale has not badmouthed Smith, which is rare for him, and Paul, well, he's a big boy and knows that words are cheap. He's on the line now. Good evening, Paul.
Hello, Steve. You okay?
Yeah, good. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Paul,
okay, mate.
Paul, now, the first thing that struck me about this fight was, and I think I told you this, I'm still surprised it's been made. You've got a world ranking, and you risk it, and he hasn't had anywhere, really, he hasn't had anywhere near enough fights to know what's going to happen after 5 rounds. Why is it taking place, Paul?
Because it was offered to me. That was it.
That's simple.
He's constantly saying he's already the best domestically.
Yeah, good.
So I sit there and sort of turn a blind eye to it and just let it go over my head, the same as when other kids pop off and mouth off and have a go. I just leave them to it. Talk cheap, and it's all proved in the ring when you get in there. As you say, I've got a world ranking. I've got a good world ranking, and I'm on a steady road. If I could carry on, I could have another 2 easy defences of the Lonsdale belt, and then go for the European title or get that before I defend the belt outright. But this fight's offered to me, and I've never turned a fight down in the past, and I'm not going to start now. I
mean, he's had just the 8 fights. He's not been beyond the completed 5 rounds. You've had 12 rounds in your last 2 fights. You had 8 or more times. You've been 8 or more rounds 5 times. I mean, Paul, listen, I think DeGale's a good fighter, don't get me wrong, but I can't help but think this is a tough ask. I can't help but think, looking a little bit at George Groves the other week, this is a tough one for him.
It's a big ask for him. The way I'm performing in the gym, it's going to be an even bigger ask. It's going to be a more or less impossible ask. The way he fights, he's a good boxer. He's a good amateur.
Yeah, of course.
That's it. It's a different sport. It's not even a different level of boxing. It's a different sport altogether. And this is the pro game. It's brutal. It's a hard game. And I always remember when I first turned pro, Billy Graham saying to me, all you need to do in the pros to get so far really is to be tough and to have balls. And if you can dig in, you've got a lot of heart, and you're tough, then you'll go a long way. As long as you've got the ability to back it up.
Well, I tell you what, Billy was absolutely right. I'm still surprised. James is talking a good fight. He's saying he's got 12 rounds in the tank, and he'll need to have. But of course, and then the most amazing thing is that the bookies are making you the underdog.
Yeah, good on them.
Yeah, not wrong.
No, there's a lot of scousers that are certainly going to clean up on the bookies, so good on them leading to it. I wish I could have a bet on myself like David Day, but I can't do it.
Easy now, Tiger. Easy. The one thing I do like about this is that there's no bad mouthing. James, you're not saying anything silly. You're not saying anything silly. We're going to find out on December the 11th for a fight that's going to be on Sky pay-per-view. Listen, Paul, thanks for waiting, and thanks for coming on tonight, and I'll see you on December the 11th. That's December the 11th. That's Paul Smith. No, thanks very much indeed, Paul. Speak to you later. Say hello to your brothers for me. That's December the 11th up at the Echo Arena in Liverpool, part of Frank Warren's massive night. He's got that fight. He's got Nathan Cleverly, Kell Brook, and then he's got from Hamburg or Mannheim, he's got Derek Chisora challenging Vladimir Klitschko, and then and finally in the middle of the night, from the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, he's got Amir Khan fighting the Argentinian Marcus Modano, and we'll be talking to Amir a bit later on. What a night. It's a Sky pay-per-view, but it's worth it. Worth it for Smith against DeGale. What a fight. I'll speak to DeGale in a couple of weeks.